Have you ever had a friend that turned out to be a horrible person? In college, I believed I had a solid group of friends. Life felt simple back then. Classes during the day, work shifts at night, and parties on weekends where everyone knew everyone. I thought I was safe because I was surrounded by familiar faces. I never imagined one night would quietly change how I saw people forever. There was a guy from work who hosted most of the parties. Everyone liked him. He was funny, confident, and seemed harmless. One night, after too many people and too much noise, something happened that crossed a line I never expected. I remember feeling frozen and confused, like my brain shut down just to survive the moment. I walked home alone afterward, trying to convince myself it wasn't serious. I replayed everything over and over, searching for a way to blame myself because that somehow felt easier than accepting what really happened. For days, I barely slept. I smiled at people while feeling completely disconnected inside. The hardest part wasn't talking about it. It was finding the courage to admit it was real. A few days later, I finally told someone I trusted deeply. She had been my friend long before college, someone who knew my history and my fears. I thought she would understand. At first, she listened quietly. I felt relief building as I spoke, like a weight was finally lifting. But then I noticed her expression change. She looked uncomfortable, not because of what I experienced, but because of what my story might mean for her social life. After a long pause, she said, "I'm really sorry that happened to you, but I hope you don't expect me to stop talking to him. He's never done anything to me." In that moment, something inside me went completely silent. I realized I wasn't losing just my sense of safety. I was losing a friendship I thought was unbreakable. I nodded and changed the subject, pretending I understood, even though I felt smaller than I ever had before. Weeks passed, and I slowly distanced myself from both of them. Then rumors began spreading. Other girls started sharing uncomfortable experiences about the same guy. People suddenly acted surprised, as if warning signs hadn't always been there. My friend quietly stopped mentioning him once public opinion changed, but she never apologized to me. Healing didn't happen quickly. For a long time, I blamed myself for speaking up, for trusting the wrong person, for expecting loyalty, but eventually, I understood something important. The real damage wasn't just what happened at that party, it was learning how easily people choose comfort over compassion. Now, years later, I still remember that conversation more clearly than anything else, because the loneliest moment of my life wasn't walking home that night.